Hello friends, today I'll be teaching you how to checkmate with a rook. It's a lot easier than checkmating with two bishops and a bishop and a knight. So, the only principle we need to follow here is to push the enemy king to any one of the corners. So, I play rook a4. Now what this move does is that it limits the places the enemy king can go. For example, the enemy king cannot cross this file because of the rook. So now the engine will play. Now we further limit the places the enemy king has. For example, we play rook a5. Now the enemy king is limited to this side of the board only. Now we can't play rook a6 because the king will come back into the center and we don't want that. We want the king to be in any one of the corner. So for doing that we bring our king near the enemy king. Now we see that we can play rook a6, further limiting the places where enemy king can go. Now we bring our king, we further bring our king. Okay. Now we have to now that we have a king in place, we need to further decrease the spaces the enemy king can go by bringing our rook here. Now what this rook does is that it limits the squares the enemy king has further. Now enemy king can move on these squares only. And now because this file and this file is covered by the rook. Now this is the trickier part. Now we can't play king e5. I'll tell you why. Because if we play king e5, the black will play king e7. Now if we play rook e6, black will move to king d7. But we don't want that. Now the king is on f7 square. We want that the black king should be on this square. We don't want the king to move away from this square. So instead of playing king e5, I'll play rook e6, further limiting the places black king has. Now I bring my king near the enemy king, so that because we will need the king to checkmate it, the enemy king. We can't checkmate with the king, with only the rook. I bring my rook here for the limiting the spaces. Now, once the king is on in any one of the back files, for example, this file or this file, we just block it with a rook and we don't let the enemy king cross the back file because this rook is here. And once we block the enemy king on last file and our rook is on the last second file, we put our rook away from the king so that the king won't be able to attack it. I'll tell you why it is important. I'll put my king near to the black king because we will need the king. Notice that black played here king h8. If black would have played king h6, what would have happened? Yes, we would have checkmated the king like this. So why we bring our king near to the enemy king is because to limit the spaces the enemy king can go. Like our king covers the 3 squares which enemy king could have gone if we didn't put our king over here. And rook gives the check, and so we are able to checkmate the king. So now the black king played king h8. We move our king towards the enemy king again. Now notice that the black king only has one place to go, king h7. and he is forced to come in front of our king, and now we can easily checkmate. Now I moved my rook away from the king because if my rook was on g6, I couldn't have played rook h6 checkmate. I moved my rook away from the king, from the enemy king, so that the enemy king won't be able to capture it. It's not that important, but it's always good to keep our rook away from the enemy. So this is a simple tutorial on how to checkmate with a rook. Please like, comment, and subscribe on our videos. Thank you.